Did you know that Paquita la del Barrio's fortune could have been much larger and more mysterious than we imagined? For decades, her voice resonated in every corner with songs that challenged unfaithful men. But behind the microphone, she wove a web of impressive wealth. Luxurious properties, strategic investments, and even secret business dealings were part of her legacy. But what has surprised everyone the most is the revelation of her will. Before passing away, Paquita made it clear that she would not bequeath her fortune to her family. So who will be the lucky one or two to receive her entire empire? And how much money are we really talking about? What seemed like just a rumor is now a truth that no one saw coming. Paquita passed away at 77, leaving everyone with one question: how will her fortune be distributed? Her former manager, Francisco Torres, revealed that the singer, although she initially refused to make a will, finally did so a year before her death. Despite this, the specific details remain a mystery. Her net worth is estimated to be around $10 million, including her iconic home in Ixalapa, a residence in Mexico City, a hotel in her hometown, and possibly a ranch in San Miguel de Allende. But that's not all. Throughout her career, Paquita knew how to play her financial cards wisely. She not only lived off her concerts, but also invested in real estate and businesses that ensured a steady income. One of her most iconic projects was her restaurant, Casa Paquita. It wasn't just a place where fans could feel closer to her, but it also became a meeting point for influential figures in the entertainment world. Over the years, she received multiple proposals to launch her own line of products, perfumes, clothing, and even a tequila brand bearing her name. However, she was always selective about what bore her stamp. But just as she had successes, she also faced challenges. In the 1990s, an incident shook her life. It is said that a man with ties to organized crime tried to woo one of her nieces. When Paquita found out, she didn't hesitate to confront him, but the consequences were devastating. Shortly after, her restaurant burned down. Although no one was hurt, the message was clear. Standing up for yourself came at a price. Despite everything, Paquita never let anything get her down. Every performance she performed was a sold-out crowd, rain or shine. Her voice and defiant attitude made her one of the most sought-after artists in the industry. It's said that at her peak, a single performance earned her more money than other artists earned in months. But music wasn't her only source of income. Her songs, with lyrics that resonated with people, generated constant royalties. Every time one of her tunes was played on the radio or streamed on digital platforms, Paquita kept earning. Her name wasn't just that of a singer, but that of a brand worth millions. Now, with her will revealed, many questions remain. Who will get her fortune? What will happen to the rights to her music? The only certainty is that Paquita la del Barrio not only left a legacy in music, but also a story of cunning, resilience, and financial success that few could match. But the most shocking part of all is yet to be revealed. From the very beginning, Paquita la del Barrio made it clear that she was not only an artist, but a woman with impeccable business sense. Her talent led her to fill auditoriums with applause, but also to build a life of luxury and comfort. Although her public image was that of a simple woman close to her roots, privately she enjoyed the fruits of her labor with undeniable opulence. Her home was a reflection of her success. With elegant finishes, high-end furniture, and decor reminiscent of the glamour of Las Vegas, every corner seemed designed for relaxation and enjoyment. Priceless paintings adorned the walls, chandeliers shone with a warm glow, and the sofas invited long conversations accompanied by a good tequila. But if there was one thing that truly symbolized her success, it was her impressive jewelry collection. Emeralds were her weakness. Her hands, like her voice, shone with imposing strength thanks to rings with bold green stones that reflected her unbreakable character. Gold chains, bracelets, and earrings were part of her unmistakable style, with pieces rumored to be worth thousands of pesos. It was said that when she stepped off the stage, her hands shone as brightly as the spotlight, proving that power was measured not only in fame, but also in presence. Despite the image of a strong, unconstrained woman she projected, there was one thing Paquita did respect: money. "Men can fail, but money never will," she would often say ironically. And under that philosophy, she managed her career with a financial intelligence that few artists of her time could match. However, neither her astuteness nor her imposing character could save her from an unforgiving enemy, the tax authorities. In 2006, after a successful tour, Paquita was not greeted with applause at the airport, but with news that left her speechless. The authorities arrested her for a tax debt amounting to a staggering 1 million pesos. For someone accustomed to receiving ovations, facing tax agents was a blow she didn't see coming. Some claimed the news caught her completely off guard, while others said she already suspected it, but was confident she could resolve it without scandal. She spent that night in jail, an experience that, according to those close to her, she had no intention of repeating. But Paquita was never one to back down. With the same defiant energy with which she performed her songs, she faced the situation with determination. She paid her bail and negotiated with the SAT, Tax Administration Service, to regularize her situation. What no one expected was the turn this story would take. Just a year after her arrest, her voice was heard again on the radio, but not with a new song. In a move many considered ironic, Paquita starred in a SAT, Tax Administration Service, campaign urging citizens to pay their taxes. For some, this was a mockery. For others, a clever strategy to clean up her image. Whatever the reason, she made one thing clear. If even the Queen of Spite had to answer to the tax authorities, no one was exempt. Years later, fate seemed to strike back. It emerged that the SAT Tax Administration Service had forgiven her a considerable sum of fines. The exact figure was kept secret, but rumors suggested it was a more than significant amount. Was it an act of divine justice? Or simply a benefit of being a public figure? The truth is that, beyond this unexpected turn of events, Paquita always knew how to manage her money with discipline and foresight. She avoided abusive contracts, didn't waste money wantonly, and had a trusted team to help her keep her finances in order. Her business savvy extended beyond music, investing in real estate, opening her own restaurant, and lending her image to advertising campaigns. While many artists fell into bankruptcy after a life of excess, she knew how to stand firm, unfazed. In 2022, Paquita made history again when she announced a tour alongside another music legend, Lupita D'Alessio. For fans, this was a dream come true, but it wasn't long before rumors began to circulate. The cancellation of the first date at the Mexico City arena sparked speculation about an alleged conflict between the two divas. The gossip pointed to a financial disagreement. Paquita always demanded her payment in advance, making sure her money was in her account before even going on stage. Lupita, on the other hand, still had room to renegotiate her terms. It was said that this difference in their handling of contracts caused friction between the two. While Paquita had already secured her earnings, Lupita was still in negotiations, which would have delayed the concert date. With the event postponed, speculation soared. Some claimed the tour was in jeopardy, while others claimed there were tensions behind the scenes. Tired of the rumors, Paquita took to Instagram to clarify the situation. With her straightforward style, she assured her followers that everything was fine, and that she was excited to share the stage with her dear friend Lupita. Despite the clarification, many remained convinced there was more to the story. It wasn't uncommon for two divas with strong personalities to clash, and even if they smiled for the cameras, the tension behind the scenes could be different. The real reason for the date change was logistical, but with two such high-caliber names on the same tour, controversy was inevitable. In the end, the show was a huge success, proving that, beyond the gossip, the only thing that truly mattered was the music. Tickets continued to sell, with prices ranging from 502 pesos to 3,075 for VIP seats. For Paquita, the biggest challenge wasn't the logistics, but dealing with the gossip, something she was already more than accustomed to. Her life was never free of controversy, but if anything characterized her, it was that she never let rumors define her. From the beginning, she took control of her career, her businesses, and her destiny. She never limited herself to selling records and filling venues. She proved that an artist could also be an unstoppable businesswoman. The entertainment world is full of stories of artists who had everything and lost it all due to bad decisions. But Paquita la del Barrio was different. She surrounded herself with the right people, made smart decisions, and above all, never allowed herself to be fooled twice. Her legacy lies not only in her songs, but in the way she built her own empire without asking anyone's permission. How much money do you think Paquita la del Barrio has accumulated throughout her career? You might think her success comes only from music, but the reality is much more surprising. Her story isn't just that of an iconic singer, but that of a woman who turned every obstacle into an opportunity and every song into a multi-million-dollar business. From the beginning, Paquita knew she had to do more than just sing. Her voice not only became a symbol of struggle and heartbreak, but also her best investment. Over the years, her career led her to share the stage with Mexico's most important artists, such as Vicente Fernandez and Juan Gabriel. But here's the fact that few know: these weren't just musical collaborations, but strategic moves that strengthened her fortune. When Paquita joined forces with Vicente Fernandez, the industry was shocked. No one expected two such different styles to work together, but the result was explosive. Imagine the Charro de Huentitan with his elegance and imposing voice, alongside the irreverent and feisty Paquita, who responded with lyrics full of irony and empowerment. From the first show, the audience surrendered to them, and tickets sold out in record time. The tour was not only an artistic success, but also a profitable business. Vicente always had an impeccable business acumen and knew that sharing the stage with Paquita would be a wise move. Each concert generated millions in profits, and the combination of their talents resulted in one of the most lucrative tours in ranchera music. It wasn't just music. It was a show no one wanted to miss. But the story doesn't end there. If Vicente Fernandez was a strategic partner, Juan Gabriel was the icing on the cake. When the two performed together at the National Auditorium, they made history. That night, every seat was filled, every song drew a standing ovation, and every minute became an unforgettable memory for those in attendance. Juan Gabriel, with his theatricality and charisma, made that performance a unique event. Paquita, with her overwhelming presence and unmistakable voice, made it clear that she wasn't just another singer. The chemistry between them was palpable, and the audience felt it. It wasn't just a concert, it was a meeting between two titans of Mexican music. The numbers speak for themselves. Each performance had tickets priced around 1,000 pesos, in a venue with a capacity of 10,000 people. Do the math. Exactly, the revenue was impressive. It wasn't just a matter of artistry and passion, but of strategy and financial vision. Paquita understood something that many artists ignore: music is a business, and those who know how to manage it succeed beyond the stage. Her musical legacy is unquestionable, but her financial success is equally impressive. For decades, she has generated income not only from live performances, but also from royalties, and exclusive contracts. Today, even though she doesn't perform as frequently as before, her music continues to be heard in every corner of Mexico and beyond. How many times have you heard Rata de dos Patas at parties, bars, or even on television? Every play, every broadcast, every event where her voice resonates, represents more income for her empire. Paquita la del Barrio is not only a legend of ranchera music, but also an icon of resilience and financial intelligence. While many remember her for her songs of heartbreak and empowerment, few know that her entrepreneurial vision led her to build one of the most impressive fortunes in the Mexican entertainment world. But how did she manage to accumulate so much money and remain relevant over the decades? Here we tell you the secrets behind her financial success and the rumors that have surrounded her fortune. From the beginning of her career, Paquita knew she had to look beyond the stage. Despite coming from a humble family and facing countless personal challenges, she understood that financial stability depended not only on her talent, but also on how she managed her income. It is said that, unlike many artists who spend their fortunes on luxuries and excesses, Paquita was always careful with her money, seeking investments that would generate long-term returns. One of the most shocking rumors about her wealth suggests that Paquita invested in real estate in Mexico City and other parts of the country. There is talk of properties in exclusive areas that are now worth millions of pesos. In fact, some claim she owns several rental properties that generate a steady income without ever having to go on stage. Furthermore, some claim she purchased land in strategic locations before they increased in value, demonstrating exceptional business acumen. But that's not all. In the entertainment world, private performances can be even more lucrative than large concerts. Paquita is said to have been hired on multiple occasions by businessmen and political figures to sing at exclusive events. These performances, far from the spotlight, reportedly earned her millions in cash. Although there is no conclusive evidence to support these claims, many believe part of her fortune comes from these secret performances. Another rumor that has circulated in recent years is that Paquita has had important deals with tequila and mezcal brands. Her image, associated with Mexican culture and female empowerment, would make her the perfect ambassador for these types of products. There is speculation that she has received multi-million-dollar offers to associate her name with a liquor brand, although she herself has not confirmed this information. In addition to investments and private performances, Paquita has managed to stay relevant thanks to digital platforms. Her songs continue to generate income through Spotify, YouTube, and other streaming platforms. Every time someone plays Rata de dos Patas, or any of her hits, her bank account continues to grow. What's more, some say that the popularity of her songs on social media has increased her royalties in recent years, even more than during the golden age of physical album sales. But Paquita hasn't only been astute in business, she's also managed to intelligently manage her public image. Over the years, she has cultivated a strong, unfiltered personality, which has made her a role model for many women. Her authenticity has been key to her success, and this has kept her audiences loyal to her, regardless of musical trends. However, her fortune has not been without controversy. There has been speculation that, at some point, she faced financial problems due to bad investments or mismanagement by third parties. Some rumors suggest that people close to her tried to take advantage of her success, leading her into difficult situations. Although Paquita has never spoken openly about these issues, some claim that she had to take drastic measures to protect her assets. In recent years, Paquita has decreased the frequency of her live performances, but that doesn't mean she's stopped generating income. Thanks to the royalties from her songs, she continues to receive significant sums of money, and her legacy continues to grow. In fact, her music continues to appear in soap operas, films, and commercials, ensuring a steady source of royalties. Another strategy that has strengthened her wealth is her foray into the world of television and entertainment. She has participated in talk shows, reality shows, and specials where her presence is a guaranteed ratings hit. On several occasions, it has been said that she has received lucrative contracts for these appearances, further consolidating her fortune. And we cannot forget the impact of her music on popular culture. Her song Rata de dos Patas, two-legged rata, has been used multiple times to describe public figures and controversial figures. It has even been mentioned in political debates and has been used as a protest anthem in various situations. This has maintained her relevance and ensured that her music remains profitable. Paquita la del Barrio has not only left a legacy in music, but has also proven to be a visionary woman who knew how to turn her talent into a financial empire. Her story is proof that, with intelligence and determination, it is possible to succeed in an industry as volatile as music. Now, after learning all these details about her fortune, the question remains, how much money does Paquita la del Barrio really have? Some estimates put her net worth at over $10 million, but if we factor in her investments and rumors about her private business dealings, the figure could be even higher. The truth is, regardless of the exact numbers, Paquita remains one of Mexico's most beloved and respected artists. Her musical legacy and business acumen ensure that her name will continue to resonate for many generations to come. And now, it's your turn. What do you think about Paquita la del Barrio's impressive fortune? Do you think her success is due solely to her music, or to her financial savvy? Leave me a comment below and tell me what other story you'd like to hear. See you in the